Okay, greetings everyone. This is First and 2073 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator. Power and Revolution, playing as Irish Imperialism, and we're looking at South America, Central America here. Last episode there was, I think, information about El Salvador has been supplying rebels within Ireland, giving us cause for war against El Salvador, but my concern is access to El Salvador is kind of lacking. I don't know where I can go through. Even if I had Belize, I have to cover that ground. For some reason I can't get through the Panama Canal. Okay, click on the Panama Canal. Come on, Panama Canal. How do you even click on the thing? There it is, okay. Canal. You should be able to sail through it, I would think. Did I deploy a ship? I was going to deploy one ship just to sort of test it out. See if I can actually get through the canal. We've got 5 cruisers here. Wait a minute, I don't want all 5. Just one. One cruiser I'm going to sail to Panama.
We are going to violate this country's waters.
No, we can't even go through the waters. Panama. How many of these are neutral seas? We can't even get through any of these. Alright, Barbados. This is going to take a while before we move on El Salvador. Another suggestion on the channel was to go against Grenada. Grenada is a country I can't even click on right now. I won't even click on Grenada. But for some reason, I thought I remember Grenada in this game. I don't think it's in reality, but in this game, for some reason, they have it as a dependency of the United States, United Kingdom. Let's check. I thought I saw that one time, which I believe is inaccurate. I'm not sure. We have funded the Italian Mafia. Let's see. Irish Pure Islam. We need to continue to infiltrate them. There we go. Okay. Create network. Let's see if Grenada is an independent country. Should be. And it is. Okay, good. So we will conduct political spying there. For some reason I thought in the game they had... No, they do. Look at that. What is that? They have it as a dependency of the United Kingdom. They are a dependency. I didn't think that. I thought they were their own country. Okay. So we're gonna cancel that whenever that pops up, I guess. I don't know. Can you find out damaging information about dependencies in this game? And if so, can we use that to declare war on the dependency? And would the mother country support the dependency? These are all interesting questions. I believe someone else mentioned Guinea-Bissau. Was it Guinea-Bissau? As a country with a lot of oil reserves on the African coast. And that puts us, that extends our agent pool pretty thin, so let's go ahead and get another 20 agents recruited here. 18 million. And well, that's what we have to work with as far as agents and international intrigue. Next on the list, there were questions about the airline tax. So since I exonerated the tourism industry, why does the airline tax still apply? And I believe this tax is meant to go to humanitarian organizations to help develop countries to have better access to medical treatment. To my understanding, it's amount per ticket, and I think the people who are buying the tickets are actually paying this, whereas the exoneration was for corporate taxes on companies in the tourism industry. If that answers your question, hopefully. Next, request for commandos to match up to 5% of the ground forces. Right now, they definitely do not. They're about a little over 1%. So, let's expand the commandos at least 100. And let's see what the reaction is to that. So, more intelligence agents, more commandos, and networks in Guinea-Bissau and Grenada. I hope I remember Guinea-Bissau was the country, because I don't have my comments up. Usually I have my comments up as I play. The other comment was about inflation. And, oh, there's the reaction. Pacifist Union.
The demonstrators intend to send a powerful signal.
3,800 people. That's not too many. But we did get 3% hit on our national popularity with the expansions there. And I'm pretty sure it's the commandos. So our current inflation is at 6.15. The comment is, are the trade deals actually work? Question is, are the trade deals actually working when it comes to reducing inflation?
The preparations are complete.
Will appear for Christmas. Hopefully that'll give us a couple bumps.
The demonstrators intend to send.
Yeah, we saw that. So, economy. Purchase of zinc. Detailed assessment says the contract will allow us to provide a lower rate than usual, which tells me that the general price is going to be less. Now, what I'm thinking here, to my understanding, and maybe we can test it out. To my understanding, when you go to an industry and you look up something like zinc, we're not producing any zinc. Well, let's see if this actually worked a little bit. You can go to industry info and prices. So the average price per zinc. No, I don't want to do it that way. There's zinc. Just take it up to the top. So the idea is here that our purchase price for what we purchase in the country, if that goes up, and I'm talking about it going up like in every industry, then that would lead to an increase of inflation, increase of prices. So the idea is, if you can buy stuff from other countries, it would bring the average price down, and I believe this is the statistic that impacts the inflation. I'm assuming somewhere there's a tally. The game has this when they're programming. They tally all the prices of everything related to their GDP, proportional to the GDP, because it has a percentage of GDP. Right now, zinc isn't really a big percentage of GDP. So my assumption is that the proportion of GDP times the increase and decrease of the price is what affects the inflation percentage. That's my assumption. Let me know if you guys know anything differently or think anything differently. In order to test this out, we want to look at something like cement, maybe. What has a high price? Cement has a price of $119 and it's going up. If we can make a deal on cement or something like cement, I need something that's in high demand. So that way, so I have to go to here to find out what's in demand for me. My biggest consumption. Well, that's just for zinc. Oh, I wish I had this per item. I think we already made a deal for cement. Well, we still got a little bit of a deficit on cement.
Your commitment to defending family values
Once I'm meeting with her, she'll give us a good endorsement. Okay, good.
Our governmental cell informs me that it
Ooh,
has
ministerial
the
target in
opportunity to
Barbados. This
approach
should give us some
potential
information.
informer.
Nice. Alright, so the question is cement. Who has cheaper cement then? That's what I want to know. Cheap price of cement. Who will sell it cheap? That's a high price of cement. Who will sell it cheap that's actually really producing it? That we can make a trade deal with. Guinea-Bissau? No. These are all African countries with the low prices. Who do we want to negotiate with here? India. India looks to have a pretty low sales price. 76. If we can make a deal with India, and they have a lot of production for their consumption. And compare that to Ireland, where our purchase price is... Where did you go? Our purchase price is 119. India's 76. So this should be a good deal. So let's see if we can't meet with the Indians to negotiate good relations with them. A deal on cement, which is a pretty large portion. But I don't remember if I already have a contract with cement, and if I did, then this is all stupid. We do. Damn. How much are we purchasing here? 580,000. Price is close to what we usually pay for this product, so that actually is not impacting inflation probably. We can get a better deal. Their price is 96, so I want to get a better deal. And then I'll just suppress that contract with whoever that was. I think it's Peru, right? Well, Peru's not doing anything for us. Where is that, I haven't been even playing. I thought I haven't been. Who's that?
The pretext used is that domestic affairs.
Wow, they automatically canceled it, huh? Where's that ship? Didn't we send the ship? Oh, I couldn't send the ship because it violated international waters. That's right. Okay, so cement was no go. Let's just see. Contract here. India. I want to sell. We are getting hit with popularity there. I don't want to sell, I want to buy. Buying cement. Where'd you go? There you are. Alright, currently we are getting enough cement. Alright, so I don't really want to deal with that. But anyways, that's the gist of it.
Sure.
Charming.
Thanks.
Even with the coffee breath. I should have
That's
ordered champagne.
really kind. Okay.
There we go. And that's about it. What is another thing we could negotiate with India for? Okay, aluminum. That doesn't have a big impact on our economy, I don't think. We want to find something we have a big impact on the economy. So therefore I have to go back into the sectors here. Let's take a look at industry. Arm pickup trucks. Industry info. Building and housing. That price is going down though. Sodas. I think we have a surplus of soda. Official protest. Trinidad and Tobago. Your attempt to corrupt one of our ministers is inadmissible. Our diplomatic relations will forever be damaged. Well, maybe they'll declare war on us. Alright, let me take a look here. What can I... Maybe we can go into food. Find something better. What the heck? Come on. Farming. What in farming could we buy? Agricultural info. Beer is most of our GDP. This is pretty low. I don't know. Feel free to comment on that and see if you want me to do anything. Oh, you know what I can do? Energy. Energy's probably good. Get cheaper energy costs. Let's see here. I don't know if the GDP, how much the GDP impacts it. Because this might be actually the money they're making. I'm looking for consumption. Consumption worldwide percent. Let's go to fuel. Oh, and I'm also looking at worldwide here. Yes, fuel has pretty high consumption. So if I go into fuel, our average purchase is 1,097, and per year we are consuming, we need about 9,000. So let's find a cheap sale price for fuel. Iran, Egypt, the Philippines, Guatemala. Guatemala could get us in range to hit El Salvador. I just lost them. Mexico. We need someone who's producing more fuel than they're consuming. Netherlands. Norway, they're consuming a lot. Kuwait. Japan is consuming a ton. Israel is consuming a lot. India. India again. At a much cheaper price. Alright, let's try India. Negotiate fuel with India. So, I want to go back to that. And it's energy, not industry. Of course, when you make a mistake, it takes 10 seconds to click back. And we're back in energy. Here we go. We're going to take a look at fuel. Energy info. And our price for fuel is 1,097. And it's about regular. So the idea here is if we can negotiate a cheaper price for fuel, we should be able to bring
One of
down...
my men succeeded in infiltrating Key
Good.
Center.
Bargain concluded, yes. Now we have a minister inside the Barbados government. A fuel deal hopefully will bring down the inflation somewhat. Let's pause this. A fuel deal with India. That's a much lower price. Let's try 819. And let's keep going. Okay. I just want to get back to my country right now. Ah, come on. There we go. So inflation is rising at 6.23%. A large fuel contract, I'm hoping, has some sort of stabilizing impact on this. Agreement negotiated. Okay, they are not offering the best price. They did not come back with the best price there. I have to go up one. Here we go. Unhealthy housing situation. 410 houses on the list have been classified as unhealthy. That's not really a lot.
Here are the GDP and growth
That's
figures
pretty
for
great
last year.
growth.
As you know, these are the most important economic indicators and the most revealing of the health of our
Beautiful.
Our infiltrated agent is on site.
Excellent.
His
Cells operational there. Inflation's at 6.27. Trying to negotiate a cheaper price for fuel with India. Right now, Ireland. Here we go. I gotta get a good price too, though. $8.81. What happened there? We had something hit us popularity-wise. Public finances, really? Are we not doing well, public finances? We have a deficit. Oh man, I used to have a surplus, right? That deficit came in because of the $3.69 billion deficit. Ah, that's a bummer. Turnover tax. That would cut it in half. What's the poll on that? It would get passed. Let's do it. Another turnover tax increase. That's all our military spending, I think. Look at the riots that are happening now. Alright, so we're looking at a lower price. Not by much.
We are waiting.
Uprising in Dublin because of taxes.
The rioters have taken control.
Oh man, look at this. This is reminding me of the Greek series. There were constantly uprisings. What am I supposed to do here? I'm supposed to send in police reinforcements or something. I don't have any options to react to it.
The rioters have. The rebels have set up a.
Boy, not looking good financially. Still waiting on these Indian negotiations. Here we go. Look at this deal. They changed the quantity amount. I mean, they probably did that before and I didn't even notice it. I don't want that. Just give me 9,000. 954. That probably screwed everything up. And if so, I'm ending this episode quickly. So, sorry, it's pretty much just another inflation debate episode. We don't want to eliminate this guy because he's corrupt.
It's true that
And
the blow cannot really be
partial
described as fatal.
dismantlement.
2 arrests. But the three-way analysis that I have
But feel free to contribute down below about what you guys think about inflation. Am I right in the assumptions that I make? The guide does not talk about inflation at all. But it does talk about pricing a little bit. if you look at the actual guide. The guide for this game is not very detailed, and you don't really know exactly what the formulas are, or how things break down. This is ridiculous. It's like we cleared out all of those guys. Arrest them. Oh wow, they accepted it. Alright, so that's a lower price. Now, does it actually bring down the price, is the question. We probably have to wait about a month to see the results. So I think if it does end up bringing down the average price, which was 1,097, then I think I'm safe to assume what I am assuming. And you guys can let me know about my assumption. So let's just check this real quick. Fuel. Did it bring down the price? Our purchasing price is $197. Let's go through about at least 1 week. At least one recalibration. Look at this, budget surplus. Therefore, our total debt to the engagements of states
We have
has risen.
subdued the rebel movement.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
Here is our growth forecast for the
Popular uprising. Unemployment is stagnant. Sure, we'll release those guys. No, we want to keep that guy in because he's corrupt and immoral. And so when you turn over tax,
bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
this is going to have an impact probably on the economy too. They're not a fan. I don't know if it recalibrated or not yet. Cuba network. No, we don't want to eliminate that head of state. Here we're at the recalibration. And let's see if there's any change or decrease in the price of fuel. No, I keep going on industry. Why did I do that? Let's see here. Fuel, energy info. It went down a little bit, but not a lot. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll take a month for the price to go down total. I guess I could check after a month, but I don't feel like running through a month right now. So, hopefully I remember to do that in the next episode. I'm going to say that right now in my notes. Check inflation, check price of fuel. Check fuel price. And we'll say in February. Okay, let me know what you guys think down below. Feel free to post comments, ideas about inflation in this game and how it works and pricing and all that. They're all welcome. Feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube or on follow me on Twitch. I'm thinking about starting, I think I said this in the Somalian video, which I don't know if I'm releasing that today or if I released it yesterday or not. But I am thinking about getting more involved on Twitch. Let me know what type of games or series you'd like to see, or if there's any other games. There are some good suggestions of games that I might buy in the Steam Winter Sale coming up. Government Simulator, I think, was one of them. There's a couple other ones that are out there that are looking interesting. So, can't spend too much money because my budget's kind of low. So I'm going to see which ones have discounts on Steam. But again, if anyone wants to back me on Patreon, that would help. And if you have any recommendations for games or series and you back me on Patreon, they will be the priority. That link is down below as well. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next episode.